Today we had a vehicle collision, a significant vehicle collision. It is a tour bus coming out of Niagara Falls back to what we believe New York City, and it had about 50 plus passengers on that, women, children. Also, the bus was traveling eastbound right before the Pembroke exit, and for unknown reasons the vehicle lost control, went into the median, overcorrected, and ended up in the ditch, which would be on the right side of the roadway or the south side of what you would be the 90. And at this time we have multiple fatalities, multiple entrapments, and multiple injuries. You can see behind me the amount of first responders from a lot of different police agencies besides New York State Police, fire, EMS, helicopters. A lot of people are being taken to Strawn Memorial Hospital and Erie County Medical Center at this time with a lot of different injuries and a lot of different things going on. But like I said, operating, we are working with them. We are working with getting footage off of the bus at that time.
Are people still being rescued at this point?
Absolutely. There's a lot of rescues. We still have entrapments. We still have people, we don't know their whereabouts. We're assuming that we need that count, the passenger count, so we can count how many injuries we have, how many fatalities, or how many possible entrapments. Like I said, the bus did roll. There were multiple ejections, there are multiple people trapped, and there's multiple fatalities, and this includes children as well.
How many agencies are responding to this?
I'm sorry?
Massive responsive repair, how many agencies do you have, or how many people, if you have an estimate?
Just walking through it, I know Genesee County Sheriff's Department is here, we're here. Pretty much any fire EMS from the area is here. Like I said, we have the DOT and we have the Thruway Authority closing the lanes, trying to shift people around, trying to get people off from being stranded on the 90. That's also an importance. People have families, people have kids, people travel, and we don't want people sitting on the 90 without food, without the proper necessities. So they are working at the same time we are working. They're working to clear and turn around those throughways, clear the people out, and that's why you're going to see a large amount of people moving in a lot of different directions. A very volatile scene. You have to remember that we have vehicles going the wrong way on the 90, but it's to clear traffic out. We want to make sure we're taking care of our travelers as well as we're taking care of the people related in this incident.
Well, we hear that it's a tourism bus. Can you talk about the nationalities, or is that information not available right now?
Nope. The nationalities, most of the people speaking on the tour bus would be Indian, Chinese, and Philippine. So we have all that. We have translators coming in to work with those languages. But right now, like I said, we have a lot of people injured. We have a lot of people over there. You're going to see people coming in and out of here. A lot of ambulance. You can see there's helicopters lined up behind me. Depending on who we have people entrapped. They may be alive but entrapped. And depending on those injuries, that's why we have the staging with the helicopters, because depending on their injuries and how significant they could be, we will take them to Strong or Erie County Medical Center.
Just a point of clarification, the fatalities, does that include children, or are children just among the injured?
We believe that there is a child that is a fatality. We have, and as we're progressing through this, we're losing more people, unfortunately. Like I said, if you're at the scene and you're seeing this bus, it's a full-size tour bus, heavy amount of damage. It did roll. Most people, I'm assuming on the bus, did not have a seatbelt on. That is the reason why we have so many ejected people on this bus. But like I said, the bus is extremely damaged. So given the possibility that this bus at least rolled through the highway portion and then came to rest in which would be the south shoulder of the 90, significant damage. And obviously this bus was going full speed. It did not hit any other vehicle. It basically lost control from the median on.
Do you know the bus company name?
Watch your back, everyone. We have a herd of ambulance coming. We should be good. Just stay here.
Is it upside down?
The bus is laying on its passenger side. So you have the driver's side of the bus. The bus people are out of this area, correct? Like I said, you might be injured, but those injuries aren't, we're dealing with the worst injuries first and getting them out of here. We have, I would say, almost every person on this collision has some sort of cut, bruise, or abrasion is an injury. It's just a matter of prioritizing the most severe and getting them the assistance that they need at this time.
What about the driver? Is the driver still?
The driver is alive and well. We're working with him. We believe we have a good idea of what happened and why the bus lost control. We just want to make sure that all the details are thoroughly vetted. We will work with the company. Typically there's camera footage inside of those vehicles, and as this progresses, this investigation with our Bureau of Criminal Investigation, they will give us more information, and at that time I will have a release out with more details and maybe a cause and obviously a total count of how many passengers were on this vehicle, how many fatalities they have. But at this time, there are so many emergency crews working to try and move that bus and get the entrapped people out of there. We'll have a better idea as this unfolds.
I know you mentioned that there were people of multiple nationalities on the bus. Considering the tourism of Niagara Falls, has there been any sort of language barrier or difficulties talking to people?
Not at this time. Like I said, we do utilize different language, I guess, apparatuses in the counties, and we have people come in. A lot of times it's very obvious when you're at a scene like this. You may not estimate a time of departure for them. We have Buffalo Fire actually coming down as well. We're using and utilizing all the U-turns we can, and that's going to take time. Tractor trailers are a little tougher to move. At this time, a lot of the bigger vehicles, commercial vehicles, are going into the driving lane, which would be the right lane. Keep the shoulders open for emergency vehicles to use. But we're trying to turn around the cars, and then we're going to go with the tractor trailers. Typically, the tractor trailers have the resources they need within the tractor trailer to sustain for at least a few hours with food, beverages, and things like that. But it's our traveling vehicles, our families, our kids in those cars, and things like that. We will have UTVs and we will have assets going down to make sure everyone is okay or taken care of. But luckily, it's not raining. It's not extremely hot like it's been in the 90s, so that makes it a little easier for people that are unfortunately stranded. But it will be a while. Depending, I would say the longest people will wait will be the closest people to the scene. People that are on the outskirts of this scene or the furthest away, they're going to be turned around a lot quicker just by the the natural fact that the U-turns are before them.
And I imagine that this side of the road is going to be even longer, considering I would assume a massive scene.
This side of the road, or I should say the 90, which would be eastbound, will be closed, I would say, for most of today. Depending on, we have our collision reconstruction team, forensic identification unit, and obviously depending on how long it takes us to get the entrapped individuals out of there, get a total tally, go over all the footage. This piece of the thruway will more than likely be closed the rest of the day.
Now I imagine first responders, this is not something that you want to see, but this is something that we are prepared for.
Yes, this is something with Buffalo. This is a highly traveled area. We have the Bills, we have the Sabres. There's big events that happen here. So with that, we do train and we do practice for these type of casualties or incidents.
For clarification, they originated out of New York, do you think? New York City?
Origination point believed to be New York City to Niagara Falls, spend an amount of time at Niagara Falls. The bus we know for sure is headed back from Niagara Falls to New York City was the destination. Think that's it? We're good? Thank you.